Really weird on the background. It does not scroll. Hey, that sounded very flappy. Finally, now it can sign in. Need. Anyways, many members with that game, it wasn't able to sign in, but it can, which is really good. Oh, and better yet, unlike things with a competitor, it can import worlds from the normal game, but with that, it can actually access its worlds right there and then it can import them and go to them. I can see one mental thing that there might be. Obviously, there was really nothing new. The number see if it mounted its custom files or not. And there needs to be the check. There's this POD, our man, and bad. By chance need to slurp some lotion. Anti-aliasing. I knows who he is. A very interesting graphics thing. It's called anti-aliasing. That's sandbox source game. As there never was closely all was 0.1% of the way to being as great as the almighty Minstrel. It's just kind of great though. The fact it shows the FPS of the console that game. And it normally would never show something like that. They won't support the cheater packs. Plus, maybe it will by now if he joined a realm with shaders. Might be. Because me remembers there was mentions of that. No, it's not. It is with this box shirt. Would me remembers there was updates and whatever. There was, I think, the cat also was saying about how there was 5 version of that game can also now use shaders. So then if he joined a Realm in Preview Edition, that would have the shader pack that he might be able to use. Oh, we can do that now. Now it's going to finally see it work. In console, graphics, shader graphics. But now, it all looks like nothing. Work. Away, yell. Work. It's like, since it's the preview version, it can't access the store, therefore non-downloaded packs show up as missing textures now. Once we get join the game. First, it will be able to. This is for you. Hi. Hi. You'll see the graphics because it's supported in all versions of the game. Or just the competitor exclusive. It's so great. Packlet is in the game all the time. I don't feel like quite the rich mid luxury when it comes to the desktop compartment he's going to get. It'll feel like royalty though. When a competitor that can handle it due to its max graphics settings, even without the power of DLSS, you can do ray tracing. Looks like nothing's wrong for being doable. Also because FOS 5 handle the shader graphics. No right button. As he just joined the realm. Faithful. Comes like the 70s. The video is 72% of it. Whatever it said. The past two up to the realm. The realm does it have the shader pack? Anyone's decided to watch the video, it's all about DUD who made a choice. Competitor, couch, potato friendly, like a console and all that. Of course, it's more complicated than just one thing. But of course, he also made it so that's the controller turns the competitor on, just like a console. No, that's not doable. And also, it'll do commands like making it so that I won't even have to sign in to use the competitor. It'll just automatically log in without requiring a passcode. Things like that, including it automatically opening the Steam. It's just a new KOL if us could ever do that. Not showing. Maybe we have it down there. It's a snaky. Use the outdated shader pack right problem. You it might still be remaining open. Very weird. Only the outdated. So D7. AR6, 20, 5. There's a calendar in game right there. So, 8 more days until it's draft movie day. Yay. It's just like, why waiting? DC 20 all over again. Yay. Yeah, Mindy, you won't be like the CR on the way there. Mindy will feel HAPPIE with Y about it. Instead of laying there and being depressed. Why was like that? Well, when the scene, the Sonic movie number 3 for all Mandingo, we saw why doing that, so it won't be like that. The fairies left. There's a bow sitting there. There's a storage box. Oh, I did. Our chapter just found this storage box. Why, it's gotta have sounded like a good idea, just if Pops couldn't grief. Remedy used to first get the realms for Mage OS 5 so it can retrieve the worlds like the world called Construction that Remedy made him make once. With the statue about the ELSA skin that he built once. But Mindy remembers me made a video and made it a shorts video, and then it was about, it was a video that showed of the rainy Suiti image about. It was all rainy with effects on it, and then he made Minecraft menu music that sounded very boohooish. And then also made it save the realm code. And then, of course, got others to join the realm. And if I were making command cubes or instantly killing them. But if they couldn't act mode and they were only in survival, they didn't know what they would do in the realm. Let's need to try that again and see what would happen. Just for funsies. If I made a video and then it was all public and it revealed War Realms code and then others could make their chapter join, but if they were only in survival, they couldn't be griefers. Too stinky holidays. Better shader pack won't show up if you cannot add it to the realm. Only shows the outdated one, so that's what's being used. One that will look broken and weird. We'll just have to hope it works. You won't be able to add a better shader pack to any realms or anything like that in the future. Ew. He'll get it good because he has the ones that work. RTX lights and sun is really giant. It should work if you just turn it on now. It's using VSync. It works. Yeah, it seems though. Shaders can be used in there. Why should it come if I was max out every setting and see how it performs? Of course, turning up the distance of seeing all the way as high as it goes. If it performs like bad, we'll show it that it's just the game's fault. If it's a better, a better competitor will be better than that one. And the OS 5, yeah, at least that's not that bad. That's the OS 5 Pro and maxed out shader graphics. At least that's actually not too bad. Let's see what the FPS and see what that looks like. 30, 30 FPS. What is 30? Just like long competitor. It just really shows that if it's the future and it really works and can always be used, which probably never will happen, shader graphics like that always being used for these games that can't do ray tracing will totally be beneficial. means the non-ray tracers can still enjoy better looking graphics. It actually has shadows that look just fine. That look. Tractor looks like he's really fat. Tractor is fat. Who use all of that? Oh, it's actually not too bad handling that. Although, so of course, no competitor will still indeed be better, but that's the OS 5 Pro handling the shader graphics at max settings, which is what us should absolutely strive for, but totally not doing with competitors' own settings, just only in-game settings like that. And it should be perfectly harmless for your competitors to at least push them to their limits without messing with their parts or anything like that. Yeah, it looks. It will not make competitor. Could make a video. It already has enough uploaded videos. It didn't need any more videos to be uploaded. Yeah, maybe you could make videos with OS 5, but not uploaded them yet. Just hold on to them for as long as us have to. Just like us always did with OS 4. OS never made us get this much going to the tube. And all along it can do the same thing as OS 5 and upload them to the tube. Life. And that beats those odds of Pax trying to look great. About realism and the graphics. HO and the STLY compared to that. He thinks the shader he's using might look better if it looks that shiny. Oh, of course it would be due to the volumetric or fog, anything. It can see all how it can see what that looks like. But it didn't guess it was just go to quantity for all that. Return volumetric fog thingy though. It's not that much different. It seems how everything is turned up as high as it goes, and it performs better than that competitor. There, makes proof that a better competitor can handle the shader graphics better than a competitor like that. So when he gets the upgrade, then he can expect better from it. And then Mate's favorite gamer through to recommend, of course, use the Hertz 5090, showing what's like when DLSS with the set to quality is on versus what's off. And of course, the performance is still great with the off, with the game using the highest settings. That's just very cray. Further to possibly handling the highest graphics settings is quite the dream, even for me, competitor over there. As it balance, the seeing distances on max and the is going into the 70s, and that's not even a splatter for it. Shader graphics, though. It beats those artificial graphics enhancing packs that just make visual effects. Hopefully artificial looking some layer effects. so far put in that version. That looks really weird here. It's very similar to having GA set to 0 in Spooky Edition. That looks so dark and really weird like that. At least now Mindy finally knows why it's called Deferred Technical Preview. So the graphics is just simply called Deferred. And then it's a technical preview of it. Mindy never got that. When it comes to that, so I should be grateful that Tita even let Y access the shader graphics early, because if there was no such thing as the preview version of the game, then the shader graphics would have never been playable until maybe 2 or 3 years later, when they'll finally be complete and be in the normal version of the game. Give it one more go. Definitely could before it off if possible. Lots of folders of the same name. It's just kind of pains to read on that conflicts will be incompatible with it. Being able to have that PBR, that the colored life and all that. That volumetric fog, that's what it is. All of it's gold. When I came to hearing of the OS 5 Pro, maybe always thought, or at least thought, it would be, well, it'll always make use of its very own DLSS-like thing. But of course, it only uses it in games that have that option in it. Like, of course, the PODR man game. But I, of course, mentioned the PSSR thingy, having settings for turning it on. It would be that Steam's version of DLSS, or it would be AMD apostrophe S FSR, which is, of course, a third thing that's like DLSS. Some say that, of course, the AMD apostrophe S, the FSR, is better than DLSS. Yay, video got done. Now the video shrunk into only 8 GB instead of 130. It's so not uploading that giant video. Definitely the app called Handbrake is a must-have for a competitor in order to shrink fortunes. E. Only is 2% now. Maybe before we delete that, we should watch that one. It's not 2K anymore. Not more competitors resolution. It's shrunken down to 16.9. So simply just ruin it. And there certainly is the waste per video. It is the whatever that sound was. It is the the other way around. Shouldn't be all that. So first the video looks just fine. Therefore, it is deleting the giant video. Does not know how it mounts custom Mod is complicated, kids. Mendy doesn't play that game no more. Mendy never played it. Maybe we can see when the last time ever was we played it. Reset in the phone. Last played Jan 29, 2023, and he is in trouble, kid. Gonna be in his draft movie, it'll be great. Do a movie list. And if the Zuby got the drop on him, okay, it's just going to turn it off now. a good name for a JSON file. I gotta remember what I was going to do with this. I was going to just turn it off now. And turn it off now. We found C-Box button icon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's all on Elements made packs that made the different C-Steams buttons may or may not be smelling turd somewhere. Yeah, look, DLSS. This is the idea. Then it's a DLSS file. So that game, of course, with its upscaling, uses DLSS2. That's not even DLSS3. I don't know why the OS5 controller is, well, showing me dark red colored light. Oh, it's because it's player 2. It's weird and towards these have the weird sleeps. Which window is sticky? There's bug guts and there's bacteria from past rains and snows and weather germs all over.
Oh, where have you been? I've been looking for you all morning. Let me actually hit snooze and then I reset my alarm for later. You're cute, you got my, is that what you were thinking? Where have you been? Here goes the mama. He was standing there waiting for me to open the door this whole time, wasn't he? Oh, he's arranging and cleaning, isn't he? Suki. Actually, got up and I go do it. I laid back down and set my alarm for another 40 minutes. 40 minutes more sleep. I'm a sleepy gal. Mm. Mm. Oh, get it. Eat your vibration. Oh, get it. Oh. Eat. I want to eat your vibration. Restraint, I tell you. Restraint. It's looking nice, Bubba. Anything that you want to like store away, you just let mommy know and we can put it in a tote and keep it, you know what I mean? Nice, yes sir. I think I call it. Let me get in your closet and go through your clothes too, don't you? So this is gonna eat my ears. Always call and message mommy if you need me, okay? You know, speaking of nothing. Guess I should wake up and go to work, huh, instead of snoozing. Always snooze on the couch and snooze in the bed. And hit snooze and snooze some more. Sometimes you just need the extra snooze, though, don't you? Big things I did. Just call and message mommy if you need me.
Studio Manual set bit rate to 10,000 kbps. E. So that tool can make PAK files and of course the PCK file types as elements draft OS3 version. Well, I guess there's no way to make text bigger. Sticky notes. CT will stickies. Yeah, use the Alt and the space bar make the app of the Robo open. It's like that's making up for the compilers that don't just have a dedicated copilot key, like our competitor will have. It'd be good to know what our competitor will be like, though, in the realm of all things Robos, like the Robo that makes music and Audio City, or even the Copilot. It'd be really good to know what all of those will be like. Although it seems how not only more competitor would have a NPU inside of it, but of course that old CPU about AMD-ness will also have AI-ified powers too.